Pack a bowl, my friend, and don't forget to pass that blend. Pack it up, my friend, and then we'll ride up and we'll smoke in the ashes in the end. Pack a bowl, my friend. Pass me that blend, would you? Good afternoon, YTPC. Here on Sunday, December 3rd. Welcome. Thanks for stopping by, chatting with me for a little bit. I do appreciate it as always. Today I am smoking my Nording freehand. I do like this pipe. It's a very large pipe. Now I don't know of anybody who's ever had a Nording freehand who ever had anything bad to say about them. I can't place one bad thing about them. They're very good pipes. The way they fit in your hand, it's just like it was meant to be there. Very deep bowl and holds a lot. Ready to go. In the pipe is the Haunted Bookshop, but in cake form versus the normal ribbon cut. I like it better than the ribbon cut, y'all. I will say that. Like a crumble cake. Yeah, I think the blend is a slight bit more moist than the normal cut that still same ribbon cut, but in a cake form. But the normal ribbon cut that you get, from Honda Bookshop, a little drier. So the cake form a little more moist, and that's the only thing I can think of that's different about it, other than by getting that cake form, they say it's marrying the flavors better, and I'd like to believe that. I do like that blend. And I got to say then, probably the two blends that I smoke the most. Number one, Nate's Cake, as you know. And then the next would be the Haunted Bookshop. And the ribbon cut or the cake would be the two there in the subcategory of that blend that I like to smoke. Everything else, just now and then, here and there. But on a daily basis would be Sinead's Cake and then Haunted Bookshop. Those are the two blends that I smoke the most of. Like today, I smoked a pretty good amount of Sinead's Cake. And I'm going to end out my night probably on this Haunted Bookshop. I went over to a friend's house of mine here in Dallas and had some coffee again, and we chatted. And got on the subject of dental hygiene. And I only mention that because I know a lot of us that smoke tobacco, well, we just accept that we're probably going to have tobacco stains on our teeth. And then, of course, a lot of us that smoke tobacco also enjoy coffee with it. The two flavors of coffee and tobacco just go together so well. It's almost like it was meant to be. And I don't know anybody who has said that they don't enjoy a good cup of coffee with tobacco. Now, I know some people do enjoy tea, and they say that tea can also do the same thing. as far as staining your teeth and all that good stuff. Now, I don't have very good dental health. The dentist told me that it wasn't much of my fault. The way my teeth are built, they're really hard to take care of. He told me that at a young age. So, I do my best. I try. But even though I have, stained teeth from tobacco and coffee, I just I say, okay, that's it. That's who I am. That's what I'm about. I smoke a pipe. I drink coffee. There you go. If you can't stand looking at my teeth, then don't do it. um, but we did talk. Me and my friend talked about, um, there's tons of different dental recommendations as to how to take care of your teeth. Seems like every dentist, for the most part, has their own little spin or little take on it. And how what do you do? You do your best. But one thing I've found in the last couple years, now I'm going to get a little off topic here, y'all, and I apologize. But I fell down the rabbit hole of finding out that fluoride was what they put in rat poisoning. And so I found out, I thought to myself, well, if they put it in rat poisoning to kill and poison a rat, but yet it's okay for me to brush my teeth with it? Yeah, that didn't sit too well with me, y'all. So I set out to find out, what's going on. Um, and I fell down a rabbit hole and started doing a ton of research on it, as anything I could read on the subject. And found, fluoride. Basically, they put in our water. Their excuse is not everybody can afford dental health procedures. So if we put fluoride in the water systems, then even the poor people will have a chance at decent dental hygiene. Well, thank you very much, Mr. Government, for looking out for us. We know you love us that much. I'm being sarcastic, y'all, if you didn't see that. Um, but I found out that fluoride, even though topically is supposed to do some good things for your dental hygiene, if you ingest it, it's terrible for you. I mean, come on, it's rat poisoning, right? It does a lot of things, and I won't go into all that. But so I got away from any toothpaste that was fluoride. And so I was talking today with my friend, and I said, back in the day, I remember my grandma and grandpa, they used to smoke, they used to brush their teeth with sodium bicarbonate. Sodium bicarbonate being basically baking soda, stuff that your wife may have there. My wife puts a box of it in the refrigerator. She uses it to cook with, all that good stuff. Um, Put it in the refrigerator and open the box. It's supposed to like absorb any odors, what they say. Um, but it has lots of uses for this stuff. One of the uses is brushing your teeth with it. So I did research and I ran across some research here last week, which kind of validated, at least in my mind, in my opinion, validated my continued use of it, sodium bicarbonate. Uh, and found out I wasn't doing this, but they said make a paste out of sodium bicarbonate and hydrogen peroxide. I basically do it half and half. I take a little Tupperware cup, I put in sodium bicarbonate halfway up, and then the rest of it I put in the hydrogen peroxide and mix it all up. And then I dip my toothbrush in it and I brush my teeth with that with a very soft bristle. And they say that sodium bicarbonate can whiten the teeth along with hydrogen peroxide. Well, that's great. That's fine. I haven't really noticed much, but then of course I'm not being proactive because I smoke. and I drink coffee. So anything that it may be doing for my teeth, I turn right back around and cover it all back up, right? But my friend didn't know that, and he was very interested in it. I said, do your own research and see what you come up with. But I'd like to know, just on that topic of talking about that today with a friend of mine. What do y'all think of that? Have you heard of this? Have you tried it? What do you think of it? Let alone it neutralizes any acids in your mouth. That they say it helps with halitosis and bad breath and all that stuff. But that's was a fun little topic that I talked about today with a good friend of mine here in Dallas. And I know it must have crossed all our minds about our dental hygiene, of course, and smoking a pipe. And that may be something that you might want to research and entertain for yourself. I don't know. That's up to you. As far as me, no fluoride for me. Um, which, yeah, my water system does have it. However, I took care of that too here recently. Is I put a reverse osmosis system in the kitchen for our drinking water, and I also ran it to my ice maker, so the refrigerator, ice and water would also be the same, would be highly filtered in this reverse osmosis system. So I feel better, knowing that I'm not brushing or drinking rat poison. I don't know, y'all. That's the research I got. It could be wrong, could be right. Either way, I'm not willing to take that chance. I'm good with going without it. There you go. I thought y'all might want to hear a little bit about that. Um, Also, haven't had a chance to make anything yet. Y'all haven't had a chance to get on it. I mean, I was in my craft room doing work, but I was making Christmas gifts. Made my wife a brand new belt. Shh, keep it quiet. Don't say nothing. Don't talk too loud. Made her a brand new belt and got her a nice. We dress in Western attire. If you didn't know that, y'all. And she wanted a new buckle. It said "Cowgirl Up," um, and it has a nice cross on it and stuff. So I got her that buckle and made her a really nice new belt to go with it. So I was doing that along with some other things. I made some more knife sheaths for some friends of mine. So I haven't had a chance to get back on that rap. But speaking of that rap, Mr. Mark Cox sparked my attention. He said that he basically has been making the old style raps, and he'd like to see my version or my take on the old style, trifold wraps and stuff. And I said, that I think I will. I think I will. So I'm gonna go ahead and make a traditional wrap and see how it turns out. It might turn out great, y'all. I tend to like the other cases that I've been making and some other situations that I do, but I think I owe it to myself and others to at least try and see what a trifold traditional pipe wrap would look like. And then we'll give that away. But that's that. There you go. I'm gonna probably go ahead and do that coming up. Um, and then there was a couple other things here. Uh, yeah. So don't I haven't had much going on. Um, and I also want to tell you. Remember how I told you that it's really hard to keep content going if in the pipe genre. It is, and if I'm not making stuff pipe related, um, I like then there's not much for me to say or do when it comes to uh, tobacco reviews. I'm just not the best guy for that, so I leave that to the other presenters that do a very good job on that. And talking about presenters, y'all, I ran across um, a newer presenter that only has 90 subscribers, and He's somebody to sit down and listen to, smoke a bowl with, and chat. Real easy to listen to, and seems like a real nice fella. His name is Piper Dave 2023, is at least what it says right here. And he gives some nice little chats, y'all. Shows you his pipes, his blends, all the good stuff. You might want to go over and check him out. Let me go ahead right here. This is his channel on YouTube, y'all. Piper Dave 2023. Check him out. Show him some love, y'all. There, he's got 90 subscribers. Check him out, and if you should want to, go ahead and subscribe up and sit back and grab a bowl and have a little chit chat there with Mr. Piper Dave. So there you go. I've done my public service announcement, and a little shout out there to Mr. Piper Dave. I am going to try to be better, y'all, at helping to shout out the community, to uplift some of our people in the community that seem like they need a little lift, y'all. One of the things that you need to do as you're climbing the ladder is not forget to look back down and help the person behind you as you get up that ladder. And I am very fortunate for the subscribers that I have. I don't even know what I'm up to, y'all. I'm over 500, and I appreciate all that. Like I said, I'd do this even if I had 10 or 20, y'all. Me, each time, it's just like sitting back and having a little chat, showing some things off to a couple friends. It's like you'd sit on the back porch and maybe smoke a bowl and chit chat and talk. And that's the way I approach it each time when I start this up. Like I'd said, okay, so 500 people. Can you imagine me setting up 500 chairs in the backyard? Probably more like the pasture. And everybody out there smoking a bowl all at once and chit chatting and having a good time. That blows my mind, y'all. That blows my mind. And some of these people have thousands of subscriptions. Can you imagine that? So to me, I more like to imagine it like, say 5, 10 good buddies just sitting around and we're all talking. But anyways, give Mr. Piper Dave a try and subscribe to him, y'all, if you feel like that's what you want to do. But so there you go, my public service announcement. I do think I'll have time to get on making that new wrap here this week. I'm trying to think if I have anything that's pressing other than the normal chores and normal stuff. That thing that I have to do every Monday morning. Oh yeah, work. Go to work. Um, but past that, when I get home in the evening, I've got a couple hours. That's I can call mine, and I have to be choosy on what I do and how I spend those couple hours before you get to the weekend. Um, I'm gonna try to get on that wrap. We'll get that hopefully done up. It shouldn't be that hard, Get to use my new sewing machine too. That I was using that yesterday, and get that thing all fired up, and we'll take care of that wrap and get it, hopefully pictures and shown for next week. We're past that point, y'all. Without getting into politics or spirituality, I don't have much to talk about. There are some things, I did tell you, y'all. I did tell you. And it's funny because my main talking subjects outside of this channel, when I'm talking with friends, are usually politics and spirituality. And I dabble in conspiracy theory, and that's a little hobby and a little fun. Um, Crazy shit that you run across, that's for sure. But you know, like I said, it's hard to talk about things. Spirituality and politics are, what do they say? Those are the two um, subjects you don't want to talk about, especially at the dinner table. Everybody's got different viewpoints, and they're willing to fight to the death in some aspects to defend their viewpoint. Whereas me, I can have a conversation with anybody. I can have a conversation with someone that hates the United States and wants to see every single one of us die. I can have a civil conversation with them, and I can shake their hand and walk away and leave. Now, I may not like what they had to say. I may not agree with what they had to say, but I do agree on one thing. They do have a First Amendment, um, and they have a right to voice their opinion, and that's fine as long as they're willing to civilly talk with me while I do the same with them. Then I have no problem talking to anybody. I've talked to some blue-haired Karens that would really piss you off, but I do it with respect, and I do it like an adult. Yeah, how about that? And as long as they're not getting upset and raising their voice and getting stupid with me, we both can shake hands and walk away and say, "Hey, there you go." Basically, peace be with you, and walk away. I may never talk to the person again because I just don't want to. But that conversation, I will be an adult about it and quietly and mannerly voice my opinion and then listen to theirs. But those are the two subjects you definitely don't want to talk about: politics, spirituality, unless you know that the person is on your level, and then you can both share information and go on about those things. And those, I would think, right now are the two largest conversations had to be had within the United States, not only the United States but the world. This world's in a really bad place right now, and I sure hope Creator above, Lord God Almighty, sees that things get better soon. I definitely would think that is something we can all agree on, that we hope that things get better soon. Whatever that better means to you. Past that, like I said, y'all, if I don't have anything to show you about pipes or talk about it, kind of done at that point. Y'all take care of yourselves. See you next week, hopefully with a brand new wrap to show off. Until then, enjoy your pipes, y'all. Happy smokes, and we'll see you. Pack a bowl, my friend, and don't forget to pass that blend. Pack it up, my friend, and then we'll light up and we'll smoke in the ashes in the end. Pack a bowl, my friend. Pass me that blend, would you?